Beautiful.
We are live.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah. What a great day to begin this as we are entering a whole new astrological. I got my notes today from Kitty regarding
Okay.
what's coming up. Haven't printed
Okay.
them. Um, I am struggling with my studiousness.
Studiousness.
Like
What?
studiousness, my ability to study and know
Okay.
everything.
Oh, well, you
I'm
can't
like,
know everything. I mean, really, come on, Nancy.
oh,
Cut yourself.
no, but I'm like, North Node, South Node, what planet is my,
Cut
right?
yourself some
Like it's,
slack.
oh, I am.
Good.
And Kitty is so good as a teacher. She
And
really is.
and you get to have her on a live tomorrow that you guys can talk all about it if you like.
Absolutely. I'll just let her talk. I mean, how much better is it than that, right? When you can allow an expert in your life to be that,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
It's beautiful. We carry so much on our continuum
Hmm.
of expectation that we can become just like you don't even live in the moment. You're just working so hard
Hmm.
to, hustle and flow, hustle and flow, hustle and flow, go to work, get up, feed the kids. What kid? Whose kid is that? You know?
Where did you come from? Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And and that's where I'm seeing mums right now are struggling. We've got the Christmas party, we've got the Christmas
Concerts.
thing, concerts. Little Johnny's got a party, Jenny's got a party, and then Sally's just losing it in the car, right?
Well, and you have to have that perfect Christmas concert dress or the costume.
Yep, yep. I'm glad that Christmas is back in the school programs more. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. My heart absolutely melts and softens when I hear the bells, the handbells.
Yeah.
Oh, God, there's a beauty in that.
Yeah.
There is such a beauty in that. We're here talking about emptying the mind of negativity.
Yeah.
And I like these words. We think and think and think some more. Most of us go through life a little afraid, a little bit nervous, and a little bit excited, and that's the Christmas concert.
Hmm. 100%.
Right? You're right, like you've got whether it's you or your kid on stage, and you're like, okay, you can sing the solo. You've got this. You've
Right.
got this. Right? And it's like we've practiced for days,
Hmm.
and you hear what I hear, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, and you're waiting, and you're like, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
and
okay.
then you hear this a song, and you're like, oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's and I think that um, the more that we can expand on the child, the more that life can be fun.
Yes, I agree with that. I find for myself that when I get into a place of worry and concern about things that are not yet to come, if I stop, take a deep breath, and get excited about what's coming next or what I can do next, the joy and excitement of, oh, now what, seems to help me get through. That's just my thing.
Definitely. And when you are on the worry train,
Yeah.
if you physically get up, and
Yeah.
do something that you're able to control, game changer.
Yeah.
Laundry, dishes, the mundane maneuvers that
Yeah.
get us into that place where we are more comfortable.
I
Yeah.
just beat.
What program are you running?
I'm running Miracle. I'm running the
Oh,
Miracle frequency with the infrared probe and the violet probe tonight. So
and
I'm
I got
getting
myself a little bit of relief in my pocket.
there. Hey, a little bit of relief in your back pocket's always good too.
Right?
I mean, anybody who knows what we're doing, they'll totally agree. And if anybody wants to know, they can totally ask us, and we'll tell them all about it.
All about it. All about it. I've been running a lot of distance programs
That's
this week. I've been treating a couple that got into a car accident.
mm-hmm.
They're feeling much better. An elderly couple that's working through the elderly.
Things.
Yeah, yeah. And I got a whole box full of people that I'm working with. And there's a beauty in that because, if we can think more about the magic.
Yeah.
I mean, Santa. We're getting down to the days. 15 days till Christmas.
Really?
Yeah, 15 days till Christmas.
I should probably go shopping.
The Christmas parties are coming, and there's so many things. And there can be a lot of challenge because it's okay. So what are we going to cook? I know I've got to get a ham for Christmas dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be making pasta because we're going over to Amanda's house and she's expecting on Christmas Day. So we don't know if there's going to be a baby.
No pressure. It's all good.
Right? We don't know if there's going to be a baby before, during, or after Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. And I'm seeing the different reflections of all the lovely people in my life who are in this action adventure of baby. Right? And there's a difference, I am like over the moon excited. And then there's the other, hey Ralph. Yep. You excited about the baby? Yep. Going. And I know he's going to be like, waterworks.
Yeah.
Waterworks. And pacing. And he's probably going to have one of those Italian fits.
Yeah.
But I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. But I wonder, is it possible to live life without being nudged by negativity?
Is it possible? I would think that yes, it could be possible, but I also beg to differ in that this goes back to the story of what happens if you always win at poker. You always win. You win every hand. You win every hand. You win every hand. It's not so fun anymore. So we kind of need the contrast, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be big contrast, but there's kind of got to be some contrast. And I don't know if it has to necessarily be negativity, but things can't always.
I mean, back to pregnancy, the pregnancy test.
Yeah.
Negative, positive. We get that with the health tests so often. And there is all of that fear that comes in with uncertainty. And I think that there's a tremendous amount of uncertainty in the world. I mean, I've got a variable mortgage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is
I've
it?
got a
It's
variable.
down
I've got a floating one too. So yeah,
at a floater, right? So we can focus on that, but we can't control it. We can control our response to it.
right. I'm just grateful that there's a money always there to take care of what needs to be happen.
Yeah.
I focus. I mean, I'm not happy with how high the payments have gone, but I am grateful that there's always money coming in to take care of those payments. And
Mhm.
like you said, it's how we respond to things. So yes, I mean, and if I wanted to, I could focus on the negativity of that, but that would just bring more negativity into my life. So for myself, I choose the like I mean, I choose the happier side of seeing.
Acknowledging
Yeah.
acknowledging the emotion because when we look at things like I pulled out my big chart, the big chart of emotions. And when we look at the worry,
Yep.
overwhelmed,
Yep.
frightened, anxious, insecure, terrified, shocked, those are all reflections of fear.
Mm-hmm.
And if we move more towards astonished, perplexed, awe, eager, energetic, excited, amazed, surprised, interested,
Mm-hmm. Being a
interested.
solution finder.
Yeah, like, isn't that interesting? I'm working on the tea and tarot course.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm so excited. And I was struggling to find a way to be able to show how I learned the 7 card spread.
Yeah.
So I went to bed and I asked my angels to help guide me to a solution. And
Yeah.
they reminded me of way back when I was first learning how I made a watercolor painting to help me remember the 7 cards and what the 7 cards were. So back we go. Oops. Back we go.
There you go.
And then I can use it to explain. And I mean, you know me. I've got all the share screen, bada bing, bada bang. But
Yeah.
to show that that is how I learn, there's so many ways that we can take what is difficult or challenging or
Yeah.
uncertain
Yeah.
and find a way. I mean, gosh, remembering back to high school, that year of what are you going to do after high school?
Yeah.
Am I going to pass departmentals? Oh, boy,
That
vey.
stressed me out, boy.
Oh, so much. So much. Because you already had your grad dress.
Yeah.
And then there was the thought that they wouldn't let you walk across the aisle or the stage. Like
Mm-hmm.
we build this scenario in our mind.
Yeah.
And it's like Sergeant Slaughter at the Saw reunion. And we just and it's normal and it's natural because we need to tell people what has happened.
Yeah.
um so I'm pregnant, and then Ralph's like, oh, it's a scenario, okay, it's a scenario. I'm pregnant. How would you respond? Whose baby is
Right.
that?
Yeah.
And we have some challenges. What kind of challenges do you find your clients are bringing to your party?
Challenge for me, the people that are coming into my life right now. It's interesting because there's some that are dealing with difficult situations in their work environment, but luckily these people that are coming to me with these problems are also looking for solutions. They're not just coming to me to complain about things. Everybody that's coming to me is looking for solutions or looking to try different things for themselves, or because what they've been doing before wasn't working. So I mean, there's been a lot of people that have been dealing with pain, but there's also been a lot of people that have just been dealing with a lot of feeling stuckish. But I mean,
Mm.
with this big, and in saying that, with the big transformation that just came with the shifting of the ages, you know what I mean? Maybe we should.
Yeah, it's like everything in the, yeah, it's like it's these two timelines,
Yeah,
the 80-ish, 80, 90,
yeah,
right up to about 93, 94,
yeah,
and now
yeah,
whatever was in there that's lingering,
yeah,
that's allowing itself to come into the present moment now to be healed is
yeah,
here.
yeah. And people are
And
going, "What the
why
heck? I thought I dealt with that." Right?
I dealt with this. Why is my I had a dear friend of mine and we were trying to make an appointment and she's like, I'm going through a lot of stuff right now. And I'm like, is there anything I can do to help? And it was an ex problem. Excuse
Yeah,
me. And like I can support you, I can love you, I can listen.
yeah,
And that's a lot of what I'm finding is happening, as well as the grief.
yeah.
Big grief factor right now. I've been making a lot of grief packages. That's one of the things that I'm getting is I have someone who is struggling with grief. What do I get them for Christmas?
Yeah.
So that's why I was making all the cozy comfort boxes
Hmm.
to give that so that it's the beautiful teas, the roller balls, and the affirmations, and of course sparkles.
Of course.
Just that something that you can give to somebody that says, I love you and I acknowledge that you are going through this. That feeling whereby I don't want to be here for Christmas and I don't want to be there for Christmas. There's something missing from my Christmas and it's you.
Yeah.
So that's big. That's a big one that I'm finding.
I have to say that I really enjoy seeing the shift within you this season from
Yeah,
past
it's my
seasons.
first. It's my first happy, happy, merry, like I mean merry. Oh my God, there's a party. Let's go Christmas. Wow. And then of course, Melty Nance gets here because I'm up at 3. I nap for, hour. And then I'm like 2 beers in and I'm like, Ralph's like, come on, babe. I'm like, I am. I'm gonna go outside for a little walk. I'm good. I'm good. Like, 'cause I get tired. Sometimes, depending upon how much. We went to a Boston Pizza last night, and that was a lot. TVs and talk, and I prefer a
Overstimulation.
more intimate, yeah,
Yeah.
overstimulation. We're getting a lot of that right now, a lot, and I'm in agreement with you. What you were talking earlier about the workplace. I've been getting quite a few people with that. I'm not happy at my job. I want to be doing something different, and I'm helping people define what that different is.
Yeah.
That's a nice one. Or just helping them work through the grief of what didn't work when it comes
Yeah.
to a business. That's a hard one when the business falls apart, doesn't just can't be. Um, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. And to grieve that, we need to honor that time.
Yeah. So what is the one thing that you like to do for yourself when faced with the negativity? There's a good question.
Well, in this last 3 days, I had a beautiful bath with a Reiki balm. So I've got these beautiful Reiki bombs, and then I brought my crystals in the bathtub with me. That
Beautiful.
was a big one. Soaking with my crystals. Which ones? All of them. I saw a post out there for the crystals that can go in water. I'm like, what do you mean they all go in water? I mean, not for a long time,
Right.
but I do bathe with crystals often.
Hmm.
My meditation, my yoga. I've got yoga back in my life, which is a huge one, and lots of writing for me. I've been editing my memoir.
No,
So that's been a big one for me. Morning and night. I've really been kicking that up a notch.
that's good.
And talking to friends. Yeah, talking to friends. It's important. We need that. But I'm your, like, you got 10 minutes with me to tell me about your problems, and then we're going to start talking about solutions.
Mhm.
Unless you're having a complete breakdown. I mean, you got to cry, keep crying, right? Like
Yeah.
that's very different. And what about you, my friend? Oh, and the oils, essential oils and teas, essential oils and teas.
All the things that you do, right? I mean,
Mhm.
for myself, I mean, I love my tools, my lasers, my portal, my sacred geometry tools, my crystals. Um, yeah, the sacred geometry tools, the neutralization rings and the sun ring really help pull me out if I'm feeling really blah. They really help
Yeah,
shift.
and I brought my neutralization ring in the bathtub with me too. I'm gonna grab it.
Okay. I also really like actually going for walks in the morning. There you go, with my friend Chantel and her dogs. It's a 20-minute walk. We do a kilometer early in the morning, and I probably feel like blah when I first get up. But then if I go for that walk after that 20 minutes of fresh air, I feel like $1,000,000. So for
It's so
me, just
beautiful. So
connecting with
beautiful.
the
Yeah,
earth, you
grounding,
know, yeah,
grounding, earthing, earthing. We were watching a documentary on earthing, and woo, everything's on wheels. Um, and how important that is. It's a challenge for us up here in Canada because it's cold. So it's not like we can necessarily soak our feet in snow, but these kind of tools like this is earthing.
yeah.
It's so powerful.
Because it takes our
So
electromagnetic energy from out here, brings it back to here, ground centers and balances us, right? For me, that's what it
like
does.
it's spectacular, like it really truly is. And I find that when I'm working with people, no matter what form of work I'm doing, I've got all of these tools.
Yeah.
That is one of the automatics. It's just absolutely automatic. That goes under, and I can just feel that
Yeah.
lower part of my back just settle and release.
Yeah.
It's truly spectacular. And
Yeah.
when we're up in here, y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here, up in
Mhm.
here. That's when this is so sensational. And when I'm doing my distance sessions and I'm talking to somebody and I bring that in, I take a deep breath in,
Yeah.
and then I get that thanks. I don't know what you do, but I always feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's magic. It's going back to that magic. It's sending the healing intent of whatever they
Mm.
need, of whatever that person
Whatever that
needs,
is.
person or
Yeah.
animal. Right?
Personal, or exactly. Oh my God, the animals are so much fun. So
They
much
accept so
fun.
much easier
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
because they have no preconceived notions.
Yeah, they don't. They really, really don't. When I'm working with animals that have been in an abusive rescue situation, it
Yeah.
takes a little bit more time to allow them to understand what that feeling is,
Yeah.
because it can be foreign.
Yeah. It can
It
send them for
really
a beat.
can be.
What are you grabbing there?
Mhm. I have got my Awakening Avalon cards.
Beautiful.
Ooh, I love these. I love
Yeah, I love
these.
those too.
They've really been my constant with my morning live. And I mean the imagery is just spectacular. Um, oh, it's just spectacular. And as we're going into this next phase, I'm curious as to what the cosmos is suggesting. And what I got was third eye chakra, allow divine insight. And that was one thing that I did this week was I took my crystal and placed it on my forehead during a meditation. And I chose the Lemurian crystal
Beautiful.
for my forehead, and then the desert rose for my center to help remove the things that weren't serving me so I could connect with that higher spirit.
Beautiful.
And when I closed my eyes, it was interesting because all of a sudden I could see the cycling, the circling. And it was this, it was going one way, and then it would go the other way.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just rocked back and forth. And then it was just like, and there.
And isn't that
Just that
wonderful?
beautiful. Oh, gosh. Talk to the moon, invite dreams and messages. So when we talk to the moon, it's that right now it's dark. So it's a beautiful time when you can either go outside or envision in your mind the stars, the moon, everything that is night. When you think about it, it's all beautifully floating
Mm-hmm.
above us. And when we connect to that and say, good morning, good evening, Mr. Moon, hello, angels, you bring in whatever it is that you're comfortable with, Jesus, Gus, God, universe, source. I need some clarity. I need some help. I need some solidity with this question.
Mm-hmm.
Please help me in my dream state and help me to remember my dreams. I've been doing that for the last 3 days, and bam, 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 and then waking up at like 3:32, 4:34. It's really, really cool. It's really, really cool how that just brings into my life what it is that I need to work on, which is different than anybody else. All is well, time to relax. Yeah. And don't you find that when you relax a little every day, it just takes the edge off?
Yep. I remember when I used to, somebody told me, you need to schedule your day. And I remember trying to do that. And I remember every 15 minutes I was scheduled to do something. And it drove me crazy. And I didn't accomplish anything. Really, I didn't.
I don't do that one well either. I really don't.
Right? This past weekend it's been really good. I didn't have anything planned really too much. I went with the flow, and I've had a beautiful weekend. I mean, I got
Yeah.
things done. I got some groceries bought. I made some nice meals. Spent some time with my family. It's been wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really has been. I've been air frying things.
Yep.
I'm next week I'm going in with banana bread. I don't have a I'm going to be experimenting because I don't have a loaf pan that fits in my air fryer, but I do have loaf parchment paper. So I'm figuring if I put it in there with the batter that I will be able to bake things. And I've got muffin as well.
If you go to the dollar store, they've got little tinfoil muffin things that you can buy.
Yeah, they do have those too. They do have those. Yeah.
The reason I
So,
say that is because
it's
go ahead.
mhm.
Well, the
Well,
reason I
it's
say
about
that is
finding
yeah. No, go
use what
ahead.
you got.
Yeah.
If that
Yeah.
doesn't work, then try something else.
Right. And I just
There
happen to
is
have some of
always
those.
there we go. There we go. I got that whole that side door of the freezer full of frozen bananas. And then I've got grated carrot and I've got grated zucchini and I've got cut up rhubarb. Like I got to get my bake on. And if I do it healthy, then I'm able to have something that I will eat first thing in the morning, because that can be a bit of a problem for me, because I'm waking up at 3 or 4 and I'm not eating because I'm going right off the hop. And then all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, I don't feel good. So if I can have that small little something, and then I can bring that baking to my clients that I'm going to visit with their grief packages as well. You know.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always nice to take
It's good.
baked goods when you go somewhere.
It really is. It really truly is. And it's helping me bypass some of the discomfort in my life, because, like you said, I'm doing so much better this December, but I'm back into puppy mode.
What do you mean?
So looking for comfort. I want a puppy. Like, oh my God, I can smell puppy breath, and I want to buy puppy toys, and and it's that constant comfort and companionship that I'm really looking for. I really truly am. And then there's this damn little French dog on all of these, like, oh my God, he makes these little noises, and he's so cute. And then, the algorithm, watch one puppy video, right? And then another,
Yeah.
and I'm crying on the couch. There was this video of a man and his family bought him a puppy. His dog had passed away, and the family got together and bought a puppy months later. And he was just like sobbing, and I'm sobbing. And Ralph's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like,
Well, how about you just come over and see Gunner?
No.
He would love to see you.
Gosh.
Pardon me? You froze.
I know. I know. Uh-oh. Are we frozen?
I think you're frozen.
That's funny. Oh, I'm moving. Oh no, I'm coming back.
I'm here. I said you should just come over and see Gunner. He would be
Slowly.
delighted.
Gosh, that's
See, this is what happens when you get excited.
gosh.
You send everything out of whack.
And you know what? There is that, but it's that. Yep. Mm-hmm. Universe's way of saying you can get puppy.
Getting a puppy's not a good idea, I think, is what the universe is saying. Because you're going to Mexico for a month.
Here.
I'm not taking care of your puppy.
And there's
while
the
you're
excitement
gone.
of.
You're frozen again. I don't know what happened. Maybe I should sit like that. Not sure what happened. Should we say the live is done? There we go. Oh, I don't know where he went. Oh, now I'm here by myself. I guess she signed off and then she's going to sign back on. So I guess I get to talk for a minute. I'm not sure what. Maybe I should grab a card. Just give me a second. I actually have been using. Nancy will come back on in a minute, but the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms cards by Colette Baron Reed. I think these cards are really beautiful. So let's see what these cards have to tell us. I'm not sure if and when Nancy's coming back, but I'll just pull a card and see if she comes back, and we'll go from there. Not sure what's happening, but emptying your mind of negativity. So we're just talking about positive things right now, and we'll see what the cards have to say. Let's see. It says the Shadow Queen, acquiring knowledge, insecurity, and manipulation. So we should avoid that. Let's see what the next one says. What's this? Oh, that was the information card. These cards are interesting. Aha! The Dragon's Duel. The inner conflict, morality, conscious choice. So, I remember what this card said. It's called the Dragon's Duel. Let's see, number 23. I will read what it says. Because Colette does such a great job of talking about what the card says. It says it's both an ally and a challenger. The Dragon's Duel takes place at the proverbial fork in the road. It's both the ally and the challenger at once, as it represents the tension of opposites. Even though the truth is that we live in unity, we experience the duality of faith and doubt, love and fear, right and wrong, black and white. The aspect that your current experience asks you to accept that although you may be going one way, another way may call you in to change direction. Now is a time to inquire whether it's your ego or your soul leading you. There are always choices in life. Decision making also solves inner conflict. If you're torn between two dragons, the one that you choose to feed will be the one that wins. Which is it? If it's not the one that serves the highest for your intentions, deliberately feed the other, and that duel will be won in your favor. So it's saying you get to choose, right? And I think that the universe is telling us that our life is done for the evening, and you get to choose which path you take. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm going to sign off and say, please have a magical evening. Thanks so much. I'm not sure how to end the live even. That's funny because I didn't start the live. But if I leave the studio, I can't stop the live. That's kind of funny actually. But I will just leave and I guess it will stop. So thank you so much and have a wonderful evening.
And then you got to roll with it. So I got kicked out. Daphne held up the show like a rock star. Oh, I love my friends. But since we are struggling with our feed just for tonight, thank you. Thank you for being so tremendously important in my life, Daphne. You are just you're the bomb. And everybody who's tuned in, whether they're watching this live or on the replay, thank you for being a part of what matters most. And what matters most in our lives, all the things that we share, you are one of those what matters most. So love you to the moon and back. Peace out. Have a magical rest of your day.